There's a reason they called it the Wild West.
That fang didn't come off a cougar.
This tooth came from a dinosaur. I'm chartering an expedition.
Boys expecting trouble?
There is one man, a rival. There are thousands of fossils. Should some of them go missing, my old friend needn't know.
I was just a young man when I first headed west. In the years that followed, I became a cowboy, a gunslinger, and even served as sheriff of Dodge City, one of the most lawless towns in the country. My name is Bat Masterson. Now I'm a reporter, and I've come west again to chronicle the world that I know best, the American West. The lure of gold, land, destiny flooded the frontier with men both good and bad. These are the incredible true tales of the Wild West. In the Old West, gold wasn't the only treasure buried in the earth. Oh. Can't believe I'm holding this.
Couldn't believe it myself first time I saw it. Thought my eyes were playing tricks.
Where'd you come by it?
Wyoming, scrap of land called Como Bluff. My first dig.
Is that when you worked for Professor Marsh? Mr. Reed, you saw it all. The fight over these fossils, what they called the Bone War.
That was a long time ago.
Too long to recount?
Oh, I saw it all right. Saw what happens when brilliant minds get fixed on a thing. Can make them crazy.
What were you doing in Wyoming?
I was a foreman for the Union Pacific Rail. I'd spend days alone, hunting for big game to feed the crews. That country's not fit for man or beast. What in the world?
That's close enough. Whose man are you?
No one's. I work for the railroad.
What are you digging for?
Tracking buffalo. Not looking for trouble.
Turn out your pack.
I don't think I will. Right on, friend. Plenty of space out here for us both.
You'll quit this place. If you know what's good for you.
What did you make of it?
I had no idea. Asked around Cheyenne, heard about a professor from Yale who'd pay handsomely for strange bones.
Professor Marsh.
You read?
Could be. You Marsh?
It's a pleasure. Do you have the specimen? Sir, we've come a long way. Have you brought it or not?
When I do business with a man, I like to look him in the eye. How about you, Professor?
Othniel Charles Marsh. Mr. Mudge is my assistant. Excuse the theatrics, but there are spies everywhere.
If you say so.
That's the largest I've seen.
Theropod. Must be bipedal. I'd wager anything.
That could be 20 or 30 feet.
Even larger.
Fellas, I can't say what you got there, but I figure it's worth something. That fang didn't come off a cougar.
No, sir, Mr. Reed, it did not. This tooth came from a dinosaur.
What?
In the Greek, it means terrible lizard. An immense predator from the time before time.
You're talking about dragons. In Wyoming? I didn't expect a Yale man to trade in fairy tales.
Oh, they were very real. Where there's one fossil, there's more. Perhaps thousands more.
You want to know, I wasn't the only one digging around out there.
Who'd you see?
Unfriendly sort? Scar down his cheek?
Professor.
Jones. I knew it. If he's here, his master can't be far behind. Mr. Reed, the nature of our deal has changed. I'm chartering an expedition, and I'm hiring you as guide.
All right. I need a few days to settle things.
This is a race, sir. We leave at dawn.
Easy, easy, easy!
No cause for alarm. Dynamite's a standard tool for excavation. Be more careful, shall we?
You boys expecting trouble?
Dinosaur fossils are buried deep in sediment. Too deep for shovels.
Back in Cheyenne, Professor mentioned someone, a master. Martian man with enemies?
He has many allies in our field. But there is one man, a rival. His name's Cope.
What's that story?
They were colleagues once. Friends even. They named species after each other, but Cope is a jealous breed. He bribed the professor's own diggers to steal fossils. They've been enemies ever since. If you see Cope, stay away. The professor does not forgive.
While Marsh's men broke ground at the dig site, I went hunting for game. That's when I realized I was in way over my head.
Hello, Railroad. Got somebody who wants to meet you. Don't touch nothing.
Wondrous, is it not?
Edward Cope. Yes. I imagine you've heard all sorts of unsavory things about me. Would it surprise you to learn that Marsh is the one with the blackened reputation? Do you know, he's prone to dynamiting entire fossil sites just to deny another man a chance. It's barbaric. An affront to science.
Mr. Cope, I don't care for small talk when there's a gun to my head. What do you want?
That footprint belongs to one of the largest carnivores, meat eaters, we've ever seen. Only one of us can claim that find. I would like your help with that.
How's that, exactly?
There are thousands of fossils in these hills. Should some of them go missing, well, my old friend needn't know. I will make it worth your while. I believe we have an understanding.
What made you turn spy? Anything more than money?
Back then, I lived by the one true law of the West. The man who survives is the one with gold in his pocket.
Do you regret it?
If I could turn back the clock, I'd never come between Marsh and Cope.
Speak up.
Easy, Professor. I was looking for you.
What do you want?
The bones. I was wondering what they belonged to.
Why?
I found the first. I'd like to know what we're doing out here.
I believe we've uncovered a new species of carnivore. The full skeleton may be the largest yet assembled. Settled on a name. Allosaurus fragilis.
This beast. It's dinosaur, if that's what it is. What did it look like?
Difficult to say exactly. I imagine it looks something like this.
You're saying this thing actually walked around in the world?
Dinosaurs didn't just walk the earth. They held dominion over it. Likely for over 100 million years. I dream of them. Strange. Terrifying. Magnificent. To bring them back would change a man's sense of time. His place in history. That's what we're doing here, Reed. To keep these treasures out of the hands of lesser men. There is nothing I would not do.
What stopped you taking it?
There's a reason they called it the dinosaur rush. Those professors had a fever for those bones.
And you didn't want to catch it.
Seeing Allosaurus take shape. Seeing what once ruled the earth. Marsh was right. Changes you.
How did Cope take your decision?
I wondered that myself. I went to go meet Jones at a secret place.
Tell your boss I'm out. No hard feelings, it's just the way I want it.
That sounds an awful lot like bad news. He don't care for bad news.
Well, that's my message. You gonna deliver it or not? Marsh! Draw any closer, I'll put a bullet in your man!
We both know he's not my man.
Knew it! Snake in the grass.
Professor, what do we do? I say we leave the turncoat here, let him rot in the sun.
Professor Marsh! Riders approaching! Waving a white flag!
Your master's here.
Gentlemen, grab your weapons.
Arthur Marsh. How many years has it been?
There's nothing for you here, Edward. Suggest you move along.
Well, I beg to differ. These hills are rich enough for both of us. No need to do something foolish.
This is my dig site. I'll do what I please.
These lands don't belong to you, nor the fossils beneath them. They belong to all mankind.
I've had enough.
What are you doing?
Suggest you leave while you can, Edward.
Are you mad?
No, Professor! I beg you, don't do this.
You're unworthy, Cope. You'll not take them, not while I draw breath.
You are a lucky man.
I don't feel like one.
The injuries aren't serious, but we're sparing a wagon to take you back to Cheyenne.
Was anyone else?
No other casualties. Professors agreed to a truce. Thought they might even shake hands, but that well's poisoned.
Shouldn't have come to this.
You'll be compensated. And Reed, I wouldn't share anything you've seen.
They're not scientists. They're treasure hunters. You should get out before you end up like them. Ugh.
Well, that's the danger of digging up the past. Always a chance you'll get buried.
I never thought I'd get my hands on a dinosaur.
I wish you could keep it longer, but I gotta get it back.
Where's that?
University of Wyoming. I'm the field collector for the Department of Paleontology.
After all that, you're still digging up fossils.
Well, professors may have ruined it for themselves, but they left plenty of bones for the rest of us. Oh, and as a rule, I never use dynamite.
William Harlow Reed collected Jurassic fossils in Wyoming for 38 years. Marsh and Cope continued their rivalry for decades, wrecking each other's reputations in the press. Their expeditions led to the discoveries of Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, Apatosaurus, and many more species.
Slow and steady, boys. Don't let it chip. $100 million years. Right in the palm of your hand.